was kicking on the foot of the Kaliya. So the Kaliya's wife prayed, my dear sir, I do not know this culprit Kaliya, how he became so fortunate that his food is being kicked by you. Your touch of lotus feet, great, sage, saintly person, trying to meditate upon millions of years, but this Kaliya, I do not know. What did he do in his past life that is fortunate that his food is being kicked by you? So, this is our position, that we cannot understand Krishna by our mental situation, limitation. That is not possible. We have to engage. Sevamuki jivado. Beginning from jiva, from tongue. Tongue is the greatest enemy, and it is the greatest friend of us. If you allow the tongue to do whatever it likes, smoking, drinking, eating meat and this and that, then it is your greatest enemy. And if you do not allow the tongue, you can control the tongue, then you can control all the senses. Automatically. তার মধ্যে জুহাবতী লোভময় সুদূর তারে যেতা কঠিন সংশয় কৃষ্ণ বড় দয়াময় করিবারে জুহা যায় সপ্রসাদ অন্ন দিল ভাই সেই প্রসাদ অন্ন পাও রাধা কৃষ্ণ গুণগাও প্রেমে ডাকো সেই জন্য। So tongue should be used always for glorifying discipline. That is our business, is the tongue. And the tongue should not be allowed to anything except Krishna Prasad. Then you become liberated. Simply by controlling the tongue. And if you allow the tongue to do anything, then it is very difficult. So the spiritual education, as Krishna says, begin when you understand that I am not this body, and satisfying the senses is not my business, because I am not this body. If I am not this body, why shall I bother myself to satisfy the body only? Body means the senses. This is the first message. So the karmis, jnanis, yogis, they are all trying to satisfy the demands of the body. The karmis are directly doing that. Eat, drink, be merry and joy. There's pleasure. Jnani is also simply trying to understand that I am not this body. Neti, 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 neti. This is not, this is not, this is not, this is not. The yogis, they are also trying to come to the point of controlling the senses by bodily exercise. So their central activity is body. Central activity is body. And our philosophy begins that you are not this body. When they will pass their examination in studying this body, then they may be able to understand what is their function. But our philosophy begins that you are not this body. Post-graduate step. You are not this body. That is Krishna's instruction. have seen so many big politicians and scholars in India. They write comments on Bhagavad-gita, but they write on this bodily concept of life. We have seen in our country, Mahatma Gandhi, his photo is in Bhagavad-gita. But what did he do? Throughout his whole life, his bodily concept. I am India. I am India. Nationalism means that's bodily concept of life. I am Indian, I am American, I am Canadian. But we are not this body. Then where is the question of I am Indian, I am American, I am Canadian? So they have no this knowledge, the bodily concept of life that absorbed and is still there, authority of Bhagavad. Just see the fun. And Bhagavad-gita teaches in the beginning, you are not this body. And they are in the bodily concept of life that just try to understand what is their position. What they can understand Bhagavad-gita. If one is feeling that I belong to this nation, I belong to this family, I belong to this community, I belong to this cult, I belong to this, I belong to this religion, everything is bodily concept of love. The yogi is there also trying to understand by bodily exercise. The jnani is also trying to know, understand fully that I am not this body. And the karmis, they cannot understand. They are as animals. The animals cannot understand that he is not body. Actually, the karmis, jnanis, yogis are a little maybe elevated than the animals. That's all. They are on the animal platform, but it is little elevated. So I give this example, perhaps you heard it, that the dry side of the stool, India, they pass stool on the open field. So at the end of the day, because there is sunshine, the upper side of the stool becomes dry, and the lower side is still moist. So somebody says, this side is very good. And he does not know it is true after all. And this side or that side. So these rascals, they are on the bodily concept of life, and they are thinking that I am nationalist, I am yogi, I am this, I am that, I am that. This is the thing. So long you are in the bodily concept of life, you are no better than them. That is the Bhagavad-gita. You are right. Jashyātma buddhi kunapeti dhātuke. Jashyātma buddhi kunapeti dhātuke. Sadhi tavatrādhishu homayajyati. Jat tīrtha buddhi salilena karhiji. Janeshu avikinshu sayiva gokha. So, gokhara means, go means cow, khara means ass, animal. So who is that? Now, jashyātma buddhi kunapeti dhātuke. This bag of tridhātu, kaha, pitta, vayu. If one thinks that I am this body, I am this body. And in body relation, because in body relation I have got my family, society, children, wife, country, and therefore they are mine. So this Shantha Buddhi Kunapiti Sadhi. Sadhi means thinking they are mine. I am God. Sadhi Kalatradishu. Kalatra means wife. Through wife we get children. We expand. The Sanskrit word is Stri. Stri means expand. I remain one. As soon as I get wife, I become two, then three, then four, then five, like that. That is called three. So, our expansion, these expansion, this material expansion, bodily expansion means illusion. Janasya mohoyam aham nameti. This illusion increases. That I am this body and in bodily relation, everything is more. Aham no. Aham means I and moho means more. So long one shall remain in the bodily concept of life, his illusion will increase.